Today we're going to learn about the divisibility rules. Our objective, I can use the divisibility rules. Draw your line down. Our one vocabulary word today is divisibility. Divisibility, dividing evenly without a remainder. Now we're going to do today is a little different. We're going to find numbers that are divisible by, so I want you to write the words divisible by, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. I want you to write the word rules, draw another column, then an example. So as we go through the slides today, this is the only page you're going to be taking notes on. So stop the video now to get your notebook set up. So divisibility rule for 2. A number is divisible by 2 if the last digit is even, 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. So in your notebook, you need to write ends in an even number, such as 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. So this is how you're going to be taking your notes. So an example that you could write under the examples column would be 78 or 3,470. So now, which one of these is not divisible by 2? Hopefully you would have picked this one because it ends in a 9, which is an odd number. The divisibility rule for 3. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. So what that means is we take 75 and we split it into its digits. So basically 7 plus 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. And then you ask yourself, can 3 go into 12? And the answer would be yes. So that means 3 can go into 75. So let's look at this one. 3 plus 6 plus 9. 3 plus 6 is 9 plus 9 is 18. And yes, 3 can go into 18, so 3 can go into 369. So you try, which one of these is not divisible by 3? So if you add them up, this would be 16, 17, 18, so yes, that would be. Hopefully you would have picked this one. 5 plus 7 is 12, 13, 14. 3 cannot go into 14, so 3 cannot go into 572. The divisibility rule for 4 is a little different. You only have to look at the last 2 digits for 4. So in this case, for 1,320, you just look at the 20. If 4 can go into 20, which it does, it goes in 5 times, that means 4 can go into 1,320. So a number is divisible by 4 if the last 2 digits are divisible by 4. So we honestly don't even care about anything else. So in this one, can 4 go into 72? And yes, it can. 4 would go in there 18 times. So 4 can go into 372. So now you're looking here and you say, which one of these can 4 not go into? Well, can 4 go into 64? Can 4 go into 1? And 4 go into 88? 4 cannot go into 1, so that would have been the correct answer. The divisibility rule for 5. The number is divisible by 5 if the last digit is 0 or 5. So you just have to look at the last number. 5, in this case, ends in a 5, so 5 can go in there. 0 ends in a 0, so 5 can go in there. This one's pretty easy. So it ends in 0, ends in 9, or 0. So in this case, it's this one that is not divisible by 5. The rule for 6. Well, 3 times 2 is 6, so it works at the 3 and the 2. Basically, the number is divisible by 6 when it's divisible by 2 and divisible by 3. So an example, 408. First, I check if it's even. It's even, so 2 can go in there. So half the rule is covered now. Now can 6 go in there? Well, or can 3. So we take 8 plus 4 is 12, and 3 can go into 12. So the rule for 2 works, and the rule for 3 works, so then the rule for 6 works. So for instance, since the rule for 2 does not work here, this one's not even, 6 will not work. So the first thing you always look for is an even number. The rule for 9 is just like the rule for 3. You add up each of the digits. So 9 plus 6 plus 3. Now instead of it being divisible by 3, it's divisible by 9. If 9 can go into 18, which it does 2 times, 963 is divisible by 9. So you just start adding up the digits. This would be 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 7 is 24. 24 plus 3 is 27. 9 can go into 27 3 times, so that one works. You choose between these two. Hopefully you realized it was this one, 15. 9 cannot go into 15. Lastly, we have the rule for 10. It's simply if it ends in 0. That's the only way 10 will work. When you do your homework today, whatever your assignment may be, I want you to basically put your assignment down, number across the top, and you can make columns going down if you choose, going this way. And basically what you're doing is you're going to be saying yes or no to each of these. So if here's an example, 4,960, you would need to just decide, does 2 go in there? Well, it's even, so the answer is yes. Then you have to count it, because you have to remember the rule for 3. So 4 plus 8 is 12. 12 plus 9 is 21. 21 plus 6 is 27. So you have to ask yourself, does 3 go into 27? And the answer is 9. So yes, it works. It goes in evenly. Think about what the rule for 5 is. 5 has to end in a 0, 5, so that's a yes. And 10, it ends in 0. So in this case, 2, 3, 6, or 5, and 10 all go into that number.